All right, who is ready for some top stories? Again, Pilar Arias here with you on News Now, a part of Fox10Phoenix.com. Hello. Who is looking forward to the weekend? What are you going to be doing? Let everybody on the YouTube chat know. All right, so I need to check the audio levels here really quickly. Remember, any live picture of President Trump that I get, I'm going to take it to show you his travels, leaving Nevada, heading to Missouri. We'll have it here for you, all ready to go. Meanwhile, though, okay, audio levels have been checked. A lot of you are already talking about camping in that San Francisco park. Some say maybe, some say no way, Jose. Let's watch what it's all about. City actually encouraging, I believe it might be the county, for people to spend the night in a park.
San Francisco, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, may soon be known for its natural splendor as it welcomes people to camp overnight at Candlestick Point State Park. The park, located just south of where the ballpark used to stand, is an oasis of nature in the urban jungle.
Every single individual in the state of California and each community deserves to have access to the great outdoors in their backyard, right?
The park has its roots dating back to the 1970s, but in recent years, groups like Literacy for Environmental Justice have been working to make this a campground and recreation area available to those who might otherwise not be exposed to the beauty of nature.
Urban park experiences and creating opportunities for people to experience nature in an urban setting is really important.
Today, organizers, state parks, and youth volunteers cut the ribbon on 6 new campsites. Jasmine Jeffries was an eco-apprentice with Literacy for Environmental Justice and got to camp here herself before the official opening. She lives in Hunters Point and says it's great to spend the night under the stars in her own backyard, so to speak.
There's like fishing, we have native plants here, and even you could hear like the birds chirping and stuff. It's really beautiful.
Now, today was just a preview. Starting October 1st, campers can log on to reservecalifornia.com. That is the state's online reservation system. And for just $35 a night, enjoy camping right here in the middle of this beautiful urban oasis. In San Francisco, Christian Cafton, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of happy birthday wishes on our YouTube chat. Turns out we have a regular viewer out there whose birthday it is. I want to wish you a happy birthday from those of us here at News Now. Okay, another talker story, top story, that driver's ed car stolen in New Mexico. Now, I never took driver's ed. I never had to, but I don't know if who would need one of these vehicles. Let's watch.
It says Achievement Driving School on it. You can't miss it.
These driver's ed cars don't blend in, but apparently sporting a rookie driver look doesn't matter to some.
I guess our thieves are getting so desperate, they need to learn how to drive as well.
Achievement Driving School's owner and teacher, Eric Strauss, is the one learning a lesson this week.
It's just crazy.
That even driver's ed cars aren't off limits for Albuquerque car thieves.
I just don't know who would steal a driving school car to begin. Like, who does this, you know?
Sometime between Wednesday night and Thursday morning, one of Eric's special driver's ed cars went missing. They first thought a teacher was driving it, but
come to shockingly find out that the driving school car has been stolen.
The student driver rig disappeared near Coors and St. Joseph's, right from the driving school's lot on the St. Pius campus. The car is a light blue version of this 2016 Chevy Spark, and it's anything but subtle.
It'd take you 3 hours to peel the logos off of that car.
Beyond the logos, the missing car also has one of these, a special driving instructor brake built right into the passenger side.
The cars are vital to teaching the kids.
Eric says the missing car means teachers have to shuffle schedules to get everyone's driver training in. He's now hoping someone in New Mexico will call police if they see a Chevy Spark like this in a light blue color.
So if you see a thug driving a student driver vehicle, you probably know something's wrong.
Chris McKee, KRQE News 13.
All right, a lot of people talking about that story. Going to switch to some much more serious news now, though. A trail of destruction left behind by Hurricane Florence. Now families are left to pick up the pieces if they can get back to their homes. Fox's Candace Sweat is in Goldsboro with the latest.
Goldsboro feeling the impact of Hurricane Florence with bumper-to-bumper traffic on 117 for hours and a cemetery here completely underwater. Elmwood Cemetery is positioned in such a way that a heavy rain can easily cause flooding.
But when we get a hurricane type rainfall, then we actually have caskets become disinterred down here.
3 caskets came up from the ground as a result of the intense storm. Rick Fletcher with the city of Goldsboro.
Water can penetrate some of the older ones, and the lids pop off, and then they become disinterred.
The storm is long gone, but Goldsboro is still feeling its impact. Passing the cemetery, slow-moving traffic for hours at sunset. Commute times more than tripled.
Well, I got to get home, and normally it's like a 5-minute drive, probably 2 hours. Yeah.
It'd take you probably about 2.5 hours to get from here to Mount Olive, and it ain't but 20 miles.
The State Department of Insurance set up a victim assistance center here in Goldsboro to answer questions concerning insurance after Hurricane Florence. For more information on that, head on to WRAL.com, click on this story. In Goldsboro, Candace Sweat, WRAL News.
All right, and speaking of Hurricane Florence, volunteers with Samaritan's Purse are there to help.
Right now, Samaritan's Purse has over 1,600 volunteers signed up in Wilmington, a strong testament to the support we've witnessed in this community all week.
All this looked like a bomb went off in my yard. So then I had all those problems and my fence down and my dog climbing over it because he found a place to get out.
Trees unearthed, debris scattered across the yard, and missing shingles.
I started getting really bad water pouring in my bedroom. And then I went up in the attic and was trying to tape plastic with duct tape from the attic.
Hurricane Florence left a trail of destruction here in Wilmington.
Our yard was like a war zone.
Right behind the storm.
I mean, and y'all can do it so fast. It's amazing. I can't believe this.
A team of volunteers with Samaritan's Purse.
I would like to do it professionally. Yeah, it really is great. I can't say enough good things about it.
Sawing massive tree trunks, providing tarps for battered roofs, and restoring faith to people who almost lost it all.
It's hard to explain how it is when you feel helpless, and my husband and I would normally do this ourselves, but we're not able right now, so for them to be there for people like us is just a blessing.
Samaritan's Purse has taken about 275 work orders in the past 2 days, and they only expect that number to grow. In Wilmington, Allison Smith, Fox 8 News.
All right, everyone, couple more top stories for you today. Turns out a federal judge has ruled the State Department can't deny a person a passport just because they refuse to pick a gender on their application form.
The 10th Circuit Court in Colorado just ruled that the State Department exceeded its authority when they denied Dana Zim a passport because Dana does not identify with being a male or female. And you need to check male or female to get one.
I was born with ambiguous genitalia. They couldn't tell what I was when I was born.
Born in 1958, Zim served honorably in the United States Navy.
I was a machinist mate, worked down in engine rooms.
But the struggle with being intersex, or as Zim prefers the term, hermaphrodite, and non-binary, not relating to either one of the two sexes, Zim's life has been a lifelong struggle.
It's been a big struggle. I never felt male or, I had a lot of pain with what happened to me, the surgeries and stuff.
Now, Zim looks forward to getting the much-desired passport, not just to travel, but to make new roads.
We're starting to get recognized here in the United States as a group of people.
No longer, Zim says, invisible to the federal government.
It means they're starting to recognize that we exist.
Zim says that when that passport application is finally in hand, Zim won't check male, won't check female, but will gladly check the third option with an X.
It's better than being nothing.
Dan DeRue, Fox 31.
That is another top story of the day that's getting a lot of you talking on the YouTube chat. Okay, Feel Good Friday. Let's end this top story segment on a good note, right, with some good news. One man has stepped up to donate a kidney to his co-worker's husband.
You're going to die. That's what he told me.
A doctor told Jason Anderson that he had end-stage kidney failure 18 years ago when he was just 30 years old. He spent that time spending 6 hours a day on dialysis, while his wife and 3 kids struggled to imagine a future without him.
Being depressed, sad, sick, what our plan was.
Monica works at Intermountain Home Care in Ogden, and last January, her colleague Kingsley Teo overheard her talking to Jason on the phone about recent test results.
Just started asking questions about the whole kidney transplant process.
Kingsley quickly realized they had the same blood type.
I used to donate blood in high school to get out of class all the time, so.
And after discussing it with his wife, he decided to commit to 6 months worth of testing.
It was amazing just that anybody would want to do that, let alone a coworker.
Kingsley passed every test and ended up being the perfect match for Jason.
I knew him, but my concern was he aware of what he's getting into? Was he aware of what the commitment was? Are you going somewhere special?
2 weeks ago, Kingsley donated one of his kidneys to Jason.
Give me a hug, dude. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. See you on the other side.
I called him my personal Jesus. That, to me, he's my savior.
With the simple hope that someday, someone may pay it forward.
In the future, if something happened to one of my family members, one of my children, that someone would step forward.
A priceless, life-saving gift.
Start making plans to have a life.
From someone you didn't expect.
Are you ready?
Thanks.
Wow, a lot of people talking about that story as well. That wraps up this top story segment for Friday, September 21st. Taking a live look now at how the stock market's doing. Big board, New York Stock Exchange, Dow Jones Industrial up. Nothing but greens today. That is good news for investors. Again, hope you are having a fabulous day. When and if we get any live shots of President Trump leaving Nevada or arriving in Missouri, we'll have you covered.